good, everybody, and welcome to the Electrio Gaming. And in this video today, we're going to be doing a life story. If you guys want to go check out the latest life story, I'll leave that one in the description below if you guys want to go check it out. So before we get into this video, I want to go ahead and say, please go check out the description below for more awesome links and awesome channels for videos. And also awesome channels I think you guys will really like. And yeah, so with no further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. Okay, so actually, let me tell you something real quick too. This is a gameplay. I'm not actually playing it, but if you guys want to go check out this gameplay, you guys, I will leave this link. This will be the very first link that will be available for you guys in the description below. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this video. So today we're going to be talking about something that I really never really I don't really talk about things like funny things that happen in my life, and you know, I just want to go ahead and make sure that I want to start opening up to you guys and getting your guys' trust from making videos and stuff, and doing some Q&A and other stuff like that. So let's go ahead and just talk about what we're going to be talking about. That did not make any sense. So today we're going to be talking about some really crazy things that I have done, and these are all true stories. So if you're wondering, like, okay, this is not a true story, it is. All these are going to be true stories, and yeah. So let's go ahead and get into this video. So, the first life story I did was me falling out of a tree, being a daredevil and stuff. That one, I don't know if I'll link that one, but that video in the description below. But I'm probably going to link the last life story in the description below, which is, I forget what it was called, but go check it out anyways. So, I was a really daredevil kid. So what I usually did was we went to this camp called Camp Rory Galloway, and that was, I think that's in Mesquite or something, in Mesquite, Texas. And so what we were doing is we were like, oh, okay, actually my sister and I went there most of the time, most of our summer, like 2 weeks. I'm not saying that's not a lot, but it was just so much because the camp was crazy, and because of it was a day camp. It had all those like rappelling and stuff, rappelling, zip lining, jumping off a pole with a harness on. It was just really crazy, and so, you know, it was a daredevil kid camp. So what we usually did was that I remember on one hot day, everyone had to go into this lake. It's like a little pond that was next to it, and some people went fishing sometimes. But anyways, so we were like, okay, because it was like 115 degrees, or maybe 110 or 12, and so all of us go in with our life jackets, and I was like, oh my god, I feel so good. And it was just, the water felt so amazing. You know, I mean, that actually saved some of us, because we were so hot. All of us are like, oh my gosh, it's getting so hot in this place, and it was just super funny. I remember also when my little brother actually came to the camp, and we were all like, okay, so Sebastian, you have to listen to us, because my sister and I, and we were like, okay, Sebastian, that's my brother's name. Okay, you need to listen to us because we're older than you, and we have more friends here than you do. And then we're mostly taking care of him because he's being, like, sometimes a really brat child. Like, sometimes he usually is, sometimes he isn't, but you know, it's kind of like one of those. So we're like, okay, maybe we're gonna go do something else without him. We were gonna go on the zip line, and we're like, and he was not wanting to go on the zip line. We're like, oh my gosh, come on, let's get on the zip line. And he's like, no, I'm good. He was there with his harness, his helmet, and his gloves on, and he was just there, and he took it all off, and we're like, okay, fine, bye, because he was having such a huge temper tantrum with us, his siblings, and you know, it was just really annoying to have a bratty brother. So once we were done with the zip line, we find him with other people talking, and we're like, hey Sash, what did you do? And he's like, who are you? like he's pretending he doesn't know who we are. Who are you? He keeps on saying. And we're like, oh my gosh, Ashton, are you seriously doing this to us right now? You're like crazy. It was just so bad because he denied us from him, and it was just so annoying that I actually had to listen to him. And I remember even at our house we had to we had to make sure he didn't do anything dumb. And then later on in the summer, we were like, okay, forget this kid. You know what? We're just gonna stay by ourselves in my room doing whatever we were gonna do. So my sister only comes in the summers because she's my house sister. So if you guys are wondering about that, that is why sometimes you don't see her in the videos or you don't hear her in the background or whatever. And she only comes in the summer for like 1 month, and then we go do something else. We go to my grandparents' house. Okay, so let's continue because I'm not talking about that right now. So anyways, we're like, okay, you know what, forget this kid. We're gonna go do something that we actually want to do. And so once we're done with that, he comes into our room like, hey guys, what are you doing? I want to play with you guys. And we're like, oh my gosh, no, you're so annoying. And then my parents, of course, since he's the youngest, I'm the oldest, my sister is the middle child. She's like, oh my gosh, Sebastian, come on. You've been rude to us all summer and we just gave up on you and now you want to be friends with us again? And we're like, no way, Sebastian. And so we did so many fun things without him. We actually went to a few stores without him because usually he had temper tantrums with us and we weren't allowed to go across the street to the mall. And we wanted to go to the mall, but we wanted to go like to Toys R Us, you know, places like that. And we just went to go places that we were never allowed to go with my brother. And so, you know, it was really fun not having my little brother to take care of. But, you know, once they get older, I promise you, they're going to be a lot better. I'm going to say they're going to get a lot better. He hasn't gotten a lot better, but I've seen younger brothers and stuff grow up. And, you know, it's just really awesome to see because they're really selfish at the beginning. I promise you. The youngest child is always going to be really bad. I promise you. Okay? The older one is always going to get blamed on. It depends on who your parents are. And we were like, oh my gosh. I can't believe that he's still going at it. Anyway, so just keep on, just take your time on those siblings. Because you know what? You're not going to, I mean, I only have 5 years till I'm out of college. Or in college, and you're like, okay, that's a lot of years, and like you're only 13. Yeah, I know I'm only 13, and how old are you? Okay, guys, so that is it for this video. I know I kind of went on a limb here. I didn't know what I was going to talk about in the very beginning of this video, but it kind of ended up in younger siblings. So if you guys want a more discreet video on younger siblings and what you should do with them, please leave a like, comment, and also subscribe to the channel. Okay guys, as I said, this gameplay will be in the description below if you guys want to go subscribe to the guy who actually did this gameplay. And yeah, that's about it guys. Remember, this is the Electrio Gaming, or Electrio Gaming, whatever you want to say. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.